Hello, everybody. This is Jason Duran from San Bernardino County, CES. Today's going to be a little quick but thorough Imagetrend run through. So we're going to start from the login screen and go all the way to the end to signatures and uploading and different things, just to give you kind of a an idea of what goes on when you put together a run. I also want to give you kind of a user POV on all the tools in real time. Okay, for today's demonstration, we're going to start from this screen right here. This is the agency selector screen. You should have already logged in using your state number and whatever password you chose for yourself. When you get to this screen here, I'm going to tap on there. I'm going to go ahead and choose Redlands. I'm hitting continue. And this is my kind of my home screen now once you've logged in for the day. Now your browser has loaded all of the assets for Imagetrend here. What you're seeing there is the syncing of resources. So this is going to happen several times during your shift, especially when you open up a new call or first log in. Let this go all the way through. Don't close it out. It's making updates to the cloud software. It's downloading all the latest names of those who are now users of this version of Imagetrend. It's updating all sorts of things. So make sure you have the most recent up-to-date version on your tablet when you get started in the morning. Now here's a screen that you'll start off with here. Here you have on the left, you have this panel with things you're going to log in. So we're going to start off by adding ourselves as a crew member. So I'm going to tap on the add as crew member. I'm going to type the first couple letters of my name. I can see my name here. I'm a paramedic. My role is going to be primary caregiver at scene and during the transport. Hit OK, and there I have. My little badge icon has popped up. And no, you can't customize that. For my EMT partner, I'm going to add one of my lead FTOs here. I'm going to add him as a driver for both response and transport. I'm going to hit OK. Now you see there's different selections you can make there. You can have you can put your intern in there. Let's say I'm training Justin today, so I can put him in as other, patient caregiver at scene, transport only, different things like that, but we're not going to add a third person in this thing. But this is where you add all these things. Be careful what you add in here because this is going to populate a bunch of fields when you actually open up a run form, okay? So unit and shift. For unit, this is going to be the physical unit that you're in that day. Get that 5-digit number or however many digits it is. Let's say I'm in 06522. I can just type 065 and find it right here, 06522. That's the unit I'm in. My call sign, we'll choose someone at night. I'll do let's say I'm on 177 RD. I'm gonna go and select that. Primary role, if you're ALS, you're going to be ALS ground transport. If you're a BLS, you're going to be BLS ground transport. You got critical care transport. You've got non-transport ambulance. But you're usually going to be, if you're watching this, either one or the other. So I'm going to put ALS ground transport. The level of care is going to be ALS paramedic. You can see there's other selections here. Pick the one that is appropriate for the unit that you're working today. Okay, this little calendar guy down here. We're going to tap on that. This is going to be your shift number again. I think we're 177, right? So we're going to click on 177. Now this is all for a purpose you'll see in a minute. What is a medical device? Every cardiac monitor now has its own serial number. So we're going to click on that. Medical device name. This is going to be on your monitor. Look for a decal or sticker that's been placed on it and fill it in accordingly. You can always search these by the last four. So let's say I got a Redlands 05401. I can just type 5401 on there and that one's going to pop up. I'll choose that one, hit OK, and I'm pretty much set. Now I'm ready to actually like run a fake call. Okay. This screen right here is kind of like your home screen. All your calls that you run throughout the day, and I think in the last 30 days are going to pop up here. All the ones you did on this particular tablet are going to pop up here. If you're on a 24-hour shift, you probably see everything for 30 days on down. If you're on 12, it depends on which one you got. Okay, so you can have different views on the right hand side. You see the view tab. You have the short bar view, which is selected right now. This is going to be a slim bar about the size of the new CAD incident button. There's going to be a bunch of those stacked on top of each other for every call. The grid view is pretty cool. You can see all your calls, like without having to scroll up and down. Usually about 9 to 12 can fit on a screen. In case you like to brag to your mom about how many calls you ran today, it's easier to count that way. The thick bar view, which I wish I could show these to you, but that one will have more information on it because the bar is bigger. It'll have your incident number, but also a patient name and some other information on there. If the soup asks you, did you transport Jane Doe, then you can hit the big bar view, scroll down until you find their name, and you can report back to them who you transported for the day. When you do have a bunch of tiles on here, no matter what view you are, you can click on a couple of them, you can post some of them, you can hit all, you can hit none, and select and do some things from this screen, but your FTO will show you that later. Also notice down the bottom of the screen, there's a couple of tabs down here. All the way on the left is the inbox. Your inbox is for you, emails, and it's for CES. Sometimes they're trying to communicate with you about a call. You see how the announcements little tab here has a number 2 next to it? Well, if the inbox has a red number badge next to it, just click on that, read the email. Someone's trying to ask you a question about a call. 99% of the time it is educational, and we're trying to fill in the gaps in your documentation or ask you some clarification questions about what's going on. Sometimes when you click on it, you may need to go in and add an addendum to a run because something's missing in the documentation. So just check your inbox. Announcements is going to be company-wide kind of announcements. This is going to pop up. There's going to be different things listed here. Right now, we can read this. These ones will almost be exactly the same every morning. Post calls prior to arrival at the ER. This is how the ER can look at the run form before we get there. Okay. It also saves a copy in the cloud in case the tablet blows up or gets run over and we lose a PCR. Here we have an announcement about the medical record number or the encounter number for certain hospitals. Sometimes there'll be stuff that's relevant to this week or today, like the system is going to go down between these hours on this day. So read that so you can have a heads up and be prepared. We have our settings tab. When you go into the settings tab, you can sync all resources right there, that second button. Usually if you're having a problem with fields not working, restart your tablet. When you come on again, sync all resources. If you have a medic student or a new employee and you ask the soup to add them, if they add them to Imagetrend, sync all resources, they'll pop up next. External keyboard setting. When you turn this on, that means you have an external keyboard, and therefore the on-screen keyboard won't pop up. If you turn it off, the opposite happens. So make sure you're using that as you see fit. All right, let's go ahead and tap New CAD Incident. The current user confirmation screen will pop up real quick. Just confirm everything you just entered in on the left. When you hit yes, it will populate the appropriate field.